All right, let's get this over with. You know, again, in this channel, we don't really, at least I don't really care if I have an opinion that doesn't align with the rest of the anime community, because I mean, why? But I have been known to have some shitty takes. One of those takes being the fact that I don't think that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is like the best anime of all time, and I think it's a an 8 at most. And yes, the hate can come whenever for me saying just that. But I think I just found a new hot take, and I'm just going to summarize it with Usuki-chan is better than Spy Family. Now, I'm not just talking about Usuki-chan. Usuki-chan, I finished it. I finished season 2 right before finishing season 2 of Spy Family. And as I was driving, I was contemplating, why did I enjoy one more over the other? And then I kept on thinking, well, because things happened in one and not in the other. Now, here's the thing. And I'm going to start this video by saying this. Spy Family is one of those series that means a lot to me because I got to share with my mom and she liked it, and it was one of the animes that kind of gave us a lot to talk about, and she has recommended it to some people, and it's just like Spy Family has a special place in my heart because it was just cute, and I got to share with people that I cared for. But season 2 came out, and I didn't watch it until very, very recently. So I know that I'm like super late to the party. But still, I wanted to talk about this because, yes, Spy Family, it's that anime that has a very interesting premise, and it makes you care for it almost immediately because you have a spy and an assassin having a pretend family with this telepath to cover their own identities and just like, fulfill their missions. Let's put it that way. So you have the brother of the assassin being a government employee that if he discovers this, the husband, shit's gonna hit the fan. If you have the daughter not achieving like the school goals, shit's gonna hit the fan. You have the spy that if he gets discovered and doesn't complete the mission, shit's gonna hit the fan. Like you have so many things that you're like, oh my god, like the premise in itself is interesting because there's a lot of things happening and a lot of things that you wanna see unfold. Plus, you have a roster of like very charming characters. Like, for example, you have your Lloyd, you have your Anya, you have your like this little trio of people are insanely cute and adorable. How could you not love them? How could you not? And that's why the season 1 was so massively successful. Now, here's the thing. Season 1 had double the episodes of Usaki-chan had on its first season. And then the second season had another 12, and Usaki-chan had 12. So we have Usaki-chan with 24 episodes. Well, like 23 actually. And then we have Spy Family with like 30 something. Point is, whether I'm off on the numbers, Spy Family has more episodes than Usaki-chan. And nothing has happened on Spy Family. Nothing. And I am sick of it. I used to be a huge fan of Miraculous Ladybug. Then season 3 happened. And on Miraculous Ladybug, you would have every episode of like a lot of character development. Oh, Ladybug is about to like find out the secret identity of Cat Noir, and like their romance is actually like flourishing, and then the memory gets wiped, or like they go back in the past and nothing happened. So every episode did not matter because nothing happened, and I feel like Spy Family is just that at this point. I feel like Spy Family has become more of a like what old cartoons in the US used to be, where there's not necessarily a sequence or a story. It's just, the episode of the week. You get to see like the little adventures. Like I think it's, instead of Spy Family, it should be called Anya and Friends at this point, because that's really what it is now. At least that's how I feel it to be, where there's not a lot of things happening. You always have like Lloyd and you're doing things just for the sake of their identity, just for the sake of like keeping everything secret. And honestly, that's not necessarily bad, but why would you continue watching it if you know that it's going to be the same? Now, why did I say that Uzaki-chan is better than Spy Family? Simple. Because shit happened in Uzaki-chan. We have two seasons of like 12 episodes each, or like 11 and 13, something like that. And in Uzaki-chan, you still like little, like very, very light spoilers, by the way. It's not like, doesn't matter anyways. Um, but in Uzaki-chan, the main characters, Uzaki and Sakurai, I think is that's his name, are not together yet. They're not together. Spy Family, Yor and Lloyd are not together yet. All right, we good on that? But in Osaki, we're closer. Things that happen that have pushed the story forward, where you can see a definite change between the characters and the relationship, where you can see that they actually have developed more, and they have questioned their feelings more, and they have acted on such. So even though they're not together, you can clearly tell that the story has progressed. So if you start watching season 1 episode 2 or episode 3, and then watch season 2 episode 5, you're going to feel disconnected, because you're going to feel like you've missed a lot of things. Opposite to Spy Family. If you watch episode 3 or 4 of Spy Family season 1, and then you watch episode 7 of season 2, or whatever random number, you're not going to miss much. You're not going to see that much development within the characters. And I'm not saying that the relationship between Yor and Lloyd, it's critical for me to enjoy the show, but it is necessary for them to further the plot somehow. And the main reason why it's important for me, for those two to advance, is because we have them at a point where they have a pretend family just to cover up their identities. If we want to see a little bit of development, it's to see them actually developing feelings for each other, wanting to keep the family, not just because of their mission, but because they want to. But every single time we have Lloyd saying the same goddamn shit. I cannot risk the family for the sake of the mission. I cannot risk Anya being sad for the sake of the mission. I cannot do this for the sake of the mission. And if I hear one more goddamn time the word mission from this man's mouth, I will slap him with a cactus, because it's always about the mission. Now, we did get on season 2 this little arc about them going on a cruise, and you get to see Yor finally questioning why she does what she does. Like, she doesn't need to do it, but why is she doing it? So there was a hint of character development, and I liked it, but we didn't get that with Lloyd. That's the problem. Like, and here in Usagi-chan, you have this little girl randomly just liking this other dude, and she does question it from time to time, and you can think that is very obvious, but not necessarily for her. So the development on her end is to for her to realize, oh yeah, I like to pick on him because I think I like him. So even though it's very obvious for the audience, it's not obvious for her. So seeing that journey was interesting. So now we have a little bit of a parallel because now Yor is questioning, why do I do this? Yeah, like I don't want to get hurt because then Anya's gonna get worried or Lloyd is gonna get worried and everything. So it's like, okay, we're seeing a little bit like the sprouting of something happening. And that's the thing. We haven't seen that with Lloyd yet, and it sucks. And Anya, it's cute. It's very cute. It's adorable, but it's wearing off. It's really, really wearing off and quick. Because she was a novelty when season one came out. Like, oh, look at this adorable little kid, and oh, look how quirky she is, and everything. But even though you have something really good, if you keep giving that same good the same, it's going to stop being good. It's just going to be predictable. And so far, Spy Family has been very predictable. Now, you want to talk about like how can you drag things out? Because a lot of people that defend Spy Family say that hey, it's a slow burn, but it's a slice of life in a way. Well, if it was a slice of life, then the show in itself would not emphasize the risk of everything going to shit and the fact that they need to like advance in time quickly because they're running out of time because their missions depend on time and things need to happen and nothing happens. We're in and the same story is giving you the expectation that something needs to happen. So don't use that defense on me. Don't. And if you want to drag things out, I mean, you can say the same thing about Uzaki. Like Uzaki, it's on the second season, and you can say that really they are still. I mean, they're still not together, but even though they're still not together, enough things have happened to where you can say, yeah, even if they're not together, the story has progressed. The characters have progressed. It matters. Not with Spy Family, in my opinion. In my opinion, Spy Family has not earned that yet. It's just been the adventures of Anya and friends. That's it. Which sucks because like I said, I really adore this family, and I'm very worried about the future of that series. And that's my statement. I will watch season three, season three, but if it's still the same as season two and nothing progresses, nothing moves forward, I'm dropping it. And I don't want to, but I will.